Hello all, welcome to Tiger Lilith Tarot. Thank you so much for being here. Hope everyone is good and well. This is going to be a reading for Virgo placements. Virgo, we are going to be taking a look into the energies for the new moon. This is going to be a spread. It's going to show what needs to be fully released so you can move into the new moon cycle. We're going to take a look at where the universe is suggesting you listen to dreams and intuition, how to clear space, excuse me, for some new energies to emerge. If you do any intention setting, the new moon is a great time to do that. And this spread might guide with your intention setting as well. So let's see here, Virgo. What has been or needs to be fully released so that you can move into the next cycle? We have the Five of Wands here. So the Five of Wands is a really, it's a competitive energy, right? It's these five fellows fighting with wands, sticks, right? So it's meant to show that they can't really hurt each other too badly, right? They're sticks. They're not fighting with swords or knives or anything really dangerous like that. But the Five of Wands is creative conflict, playful struggle, competition. This is an energy that needs to be fully released so that you can move into the next cycle. So anything that's causing you to feel competitive, to find yourself in conflict, it's not, these conflicts might not be serious yet, but this card can suggest that you're, kind of tussling with work colleagues or friends, or you're involved in a power struggle. And there's a warning that to not let it escalate. So I feel like what the universe is saying here is that's why it needs this competitive energy needs to be released. Because again, it might not seem serious now, but it will escalate if it continues to remain. So this is a card, the process of surrender and a need to listen to your dreams and intuition, where you can allow new ideas to emerge rather than force them. So the Princess of Cups here, this is the Page of Cups as well. This is a really sensitive and tender energy. It's very loving. It's in a love reading, it can be a love offer. So this is trusting that what you need will emerge. This placement, right? Even if it's not what you think you want. So interesting that the spread is suggesting to release competitive energy because there's going to be a love offer. Almost like there's going to be a loving offer coming in, or just loving energy available to you that inspires you to want to make a loving offer. But keeping in the energy of competition is not going to allow this energy to be available, right? And it's what seeds are you sowing? So this is your conscious process of making plans and setting up new projects with this new moon. So the High Priestess. So I feel like you're really tuning into yourself and listening to your intuition at this time. You might not be making any moves yet, as the High Priestess is potential, right? But she's really listening. She has her eyes closed, her hands up in the air. She's paying attention to everything that's around her, how it's making her feel, right? She's tuned into everything. So I feel like that's what's going on right now. That's where your conscious energy is being placed, is really connecting back to yourself. And by connecting back to yourself, you're connecting to your environment, to your surroundings. You might be planning on going out into nature more to feel more connected and more grounded. And I think that would really help in getting out of the competitive energy, or seeing maybe what is fueling the competitive energy so that you can help it fade away. And this is an area, how can you clear space for something new? So the new moon is a great time. It encourages spontaneous energy and impulsive action. And the Prince of Wands, this is also the Knight of Wands. He is, to me, of all the knights, the most impulsive. So how can you clear space for impulsive action? by being impulsive yourself. I think by taking risks. The Knight of Wands, or the Prince of Wands, he feels free to take risks because he's not committing to anything yet. This is about trying new things and seeing what works and what doesn't work. And he's not afraid to try new things. He's overcoming obstacles. You might find you don't overcome all of the obstacles, but you will overcome some of them. And you'll be victorious. And it's an energy that's really like pushing you forward. So I think it'd be great to just try new things right now and see what works and what doesn't work. Let's see. This is a placement that shows how your inner worlds and outer worlds are merging right now. So how you're kind of connected to your environment and how you're feeling about it. And you pulled the Nine of Pentacles. This is great. I think you're feeling very stable and grounded. Your inner world and outer world, I think, are very connected. I think you're feeling very intuitive at this time. We have a lot of, I think of the Nine of Pentacles as a pretty intuitive card because we have the bird on this card that is, this is a bird of prey, and they can usually see farther than other birds or other animals. And so the Nine of Pentacles is really about being able to not see into the future, but kind of put the pieces together and know what's coming. So there's an intuitive energy to that, I believe. And the Page of Cups is intuitive as well, the High Priestess. So lots of intuition here, Virgo. And let's see what your overall moon guidance card is. The Five of Pentacles. You might be feeling left out in the cold right now and not supported. Because this is a card of wanting to get out. It's almost like wanting to embody this, impetuous energy of the Prince of Wands. But, you can see this person is watching these animals play, and looks like, kind of very similar to the Prince of Wands, kind of charging forward. And it's wanting to join them, wanting to feel that support, wanting to feel like a part of something, but not feeling that way. So, well, it looks like you're feeling like your intuition is really spot on right now, and there's a sense of groundedness and connection. The Nine of Pentacles is also incredibly self-reliant. So your inner and outer worlds, I think you're feeling like you're having to rely too much on yourself, and you want to rely on others. You want to feel supported. And you want to feel like there's a place you can go where you will feel like a part of and not like an outsider. Right, Virgo? So let's get some clarifying cards here. Let's see what this competitive energy is all about that needs to be released to move on to this new moon cycle. And again, this is an energy, it might have already faded away. So this could be something that's already left. But if it hasn't, again, whoa, that jumped right out. Okay, we got the Five of Wands clarified with the Fates. It's usually the Wheel of Fortune. There are pieces, right? There's a separation here in these figures. And it's almost like a feeling of not completely whole with the fate. The Wheel of Fortune is usually about fate. It's also a message that you can take control of the wheel. The wheel is always turning, but you, based on your actions and our thought and all of these things, we can change the direction that the wheel is turning. It's not like we can literally grab a hold of the wheel and make it go in another direction. But by conscious, thoughtful, behavior and looking at what we're doing and living our life in a way that is satisfying to us and is good and all of these things, we can change the direction of fate. It's also completing a cycle. The message here could be that there's cycle, a competitive cycle, like just a competitive energy that again just needs to be closed out. And in order, closing this energy out is going to provide harvest, prosperity for you, and you're going to see a lot more synchronicity in your life. I think that's the biggest message, is by clearing out the competitive energy, your life will align. You'll see things start aligning a little more. What is emerging into consciousness? The Page of Cups, or Princess, is clarified by the Devil. So the universe might be providing some challenges at this time along with this loving energy. Again, this placement is what's emerging from your unconscious mind, a subtle process of making inner space and trusting that what you need will emerge, even if it isn't what you think you need. The Devil and the Page of Cups. For me, the Devil can sometimes mean that we need to look at our shadow selves. It doesn't necessarily always need to mean that you're in a codependent relationship or addiction or something along those lines. Especially with this card, you have a figure in white that's dancing with the devil. And, there's that old saying, we have to learn how to dance with our demons. I feel like the universe is going to provide an area where you need to, let things emerge from your unconscious when it comes to love offers, and learning that I think it's like you don't have to be perfect in them. You don't have to be, like, your shadow can come out a little bit. And don't be afraid that your shadow side is going to scare people away. Someone is going to want to dance with your shadow side, Virgo, and you will not know if they, right? Because the shadow is part of us. To accept one, we have to accept the other side, and they merge together. And a love offer, no matter what it is, if it's just coming from one side of us, the devil side, if you want to call it, whatever this side, is going to come out at some point. And we all have shadow sides to us. We all have things we need to heal and things we need to work on. And accepting that you have those parts and letting those parts out a little more when it comes to love in general. And accepting that other people have shadows as well. Because this is about, it's a love offer, but it's love, pardon me. It's a very loving energy in general. And I think it's about realizing that everyone has a shadow. Everyone has a devil in them, if you will. And if you get into a relationship with someone, eventually it's going to be shown to you. You're going to see it, and they're going to see your shadow side. And that's okay. Yeah, I really, really kind of feel. And this is an imaginative card as well. If there's anything like work-wise that you're working on, creativity, using your imagination, don't be afraid to let your mind wander and integrate, again, both aspects, the shadow in with yourself into those imaginative, thought processes. Let's see, the High Priestess, what seeds are you sowing? High Priestess clarified by the Six of Cups. Very sweet, nostalgic energy. You can see, two friends sitting here, chatting, sharing. It's like reminiscing. They're on a cloud. It's kind of like no worries card. So I think that you're really kind of thinking, reminiscing. You're sowing seeds of nostalgia, sentimentality. This could be reunion as well. If there's someone that you've been wanting to reunite with, this could definitely signify that you're almost like manifesting a reunion. The High Priestess is very powerful. And she is working, she's working with the elements around her to manifest what she wants. And I think you want a reunion. You want just, and also like innocent, playful energy. The Six of Cups is also, right? It's playful, it's innocent, it's fun. This isn't a serious, heavy energy. So you want something more playful. I think there's, and I love this too, because this is not the Five of Wands. The Five of Wands and the Six of Cups energy are really, really different, even just looking at the cards, you know? So this is what's fading away, is all this competition, and you're sowing seeds of, you know, love, happiness, joy, and being with, oh, this is great too, because this is union. And being with someone that you really feel comfortable with and settled and secure with and able to share your emotions with, right? It's not feeling left out in the cold here like this Five of Pentacles. So let's see what clarifies the Prince of Wands for how you can introduce spontaneity into your life. Five of Wands. This is strange. So the Five of Wands is what needs to fade away, and the Five of Wands is what's also going to help introduce spontaneity into your life. Okay, the Five of Wands coming up with the Fates, there is some sort of competitive cycle, right, that needs to end or fade away completely. So that's something new. That's more of a playful competitive cycle, something non-committal, something that you can try your hand at and feel more of that playful competitive energy as opposed to this faded, heavy energy. I think that's the suggestion here. Because again, the Five of Wands, it's not a bad card, if you will. Playful competition is necessary, but it can escalate to serious competition. But having it with the Prince of Wands here, I think, implies that that won't happen because you're not committed to anything. Prince of Wands is non-committal. So this is just playful competition as opposed to this heavy faded energy of the competition you were involved in before. The Chariot clarifies the Nine of Pentacles with how your inner and outer worlds are merging. I really like this. The Chariot is a card of willpower, harnessing that willpower and getting something moving. This Chariot can't, the Chariot can't move unless all the pieces are together. You know, like if one of the reins is off the Chariot, it won't go. If you take one of the horses away, you don't really have a Chariot. Without the driver guiding the Chariot with her vision, the horses wouldn't know where they were going. So this is all about you. This is these are both very independent energies in very different ways. This is a much more stable, grounded independence. And this is a taking control and pushing something forward type of independence, right? So I think you're feeling really, really like very powerful right now. And the word vision keeps coming to mind with these two cards. Really have, it's about your vision and about your sight and about what you want and what you desire in your life. The Five of Pentacles is clarified by the Nine of Cups. Yay, this is better. This is a wish fulfillment card. The Nine of Cups is you're getting close to emotional fulfillment, right? The Ten of Cups is an emotional fulfillment card, but the Nine of Cups, it's like she knows what she needs now to get that 10th cup, right? She's found the key to unlocking it. The lock, it was inside of herself all along. And now because of that, she can wish, she's free to wish and dream and let all of these emotions and desires, feelings out. And I think if there's a message here just in these last two cards, it's to trust that, to go ahead and unlock, right? Use the key, unlock it, and let your emotions flow. And trust that you will be supported. Trust that you won't be left out in the cold. Because you have this, you're not going to be left out in the cold. Because you're sowing seeds of nostalgia and union. And harmony and play. So I think, Virgo, if there is any worry, please try and let that go. I think you're going to feel much more connected during this new moon if you haven't been feeling connected. Let's see, as far as zodiac signs go, we've got Capricorn and Cancer prominent, and the High Priestess, have some Pisces energy, or just the moon in general, you could feel, I don't know, feel very connected to. And yeah, I think that's all. So thank you so much for being here, Virgo. I really appreciate it. Have a great day. Take care.